Welcome back to episode 3 of the Cardinals franchise and rebuild. We are starting off at 5-4 on the season and heading into Pittsburgh to finish up a 6-game road stand before we get a 6-game homestand to start off April. So we're only 9 games into this thing, so I'm going to speed up episode 3 a little bit. We'll see how much we jump in and see how everybody's doing. So right off the bat, we have a chance with Nolan Arenado 0 for 3 in the game, tied at 3 in the top of the 7th. We're going to go ahead and sim this and check out what happens. 6-3. Cardinals get a victory. Move on to game 2. 4-1 victory. And now for the final game of the series, we have Phil Maton on the mound. We're going to jump into this. Bases are loaded. Pirates threatening here. So good start to the season so far. Getting back-to-back wins here in Pittsburgh now. So a good start to this series. Already a series win. And Adam Frazier up to the plate. We'll look and see what this bullpen looks like. Looking like Helsley's going to get a day off in this game. So Maton, we're going to ask to finish this thing off. Sinker foul to start it off. 4-2 the lead. Nobody out in this situation. I think we will give up a run for a double play and a ground ball foul. 0-2 again. Ground ball. And we do get the double play. So 2 gone, and we will look to strand that runner at third. Big 6-4-3 double play right there of Adam Frazier and Jared Triola standing in. Maton with a chance to get the Cardinals out of this jam. Big time double play ball by Phil Maton. That one smacked into the gap. That's going to tie this thing up. Jordan Walker trying to get to it. And it is going to be a run-scoring double. Now we are going to have to look at that bullpen and see who's available right there. That was a solid hit right over Brendan Donovan into right field. Walker not able to get to it there in time to cut it off. And so let's look at this bullpen. Fernandez and John King are really the only guys, it feels like. Need John King to warm up a lefty just in case. O'Neal Cruz. We already have the winning run at second. We're going to walk O'Neal Cruz here. Get the righty-righty matchup. Try to get out of this inning. Slider away. Ground ball to Contreras. That will end the inning, but the game is tied. So we're going to go back to simming here and continue simming this game. Top of the 10th with 2 outs. Let Contreras do his thing. Let's see what happens. Maton's still on the hill right here. And 2 gone. So we'll see if Maton can get out of another inning. He does not. Oh, he does. That was the end of the game. So we score 3 in the 11th. The Pirates do put 1 on the board in the bottom half, but we're able to win the game. We'll see if Maton finished that game out or if they brought anybody else in. Ryan Fernandez comes in to get the save. Just the last third of an inning. So Maton 2 2/3, showing us he can eat up some innings a little bit when we need it. 7-5 victory for us there. In that game, we get the series sweep over the Pirates. All right, Philadelphia up next. Chris Rotundo is going to have an inflamed hip. We'll put him on the 10-day DL. Their first game, 9-4 loss to the Phillies. Auto fix those. And now we get a chance to set up scouting. So let's go look at scouting and see what we've got now. So we had, let's see, Steve Ruffin has discovered 3 prospects in the infield and a total of 6 pitchers discovered with our other 2 scouts. Let's look at this scouting assignment and see where we want to go with it. Let's look at outfielders and let's go central. All right, for Renee Boyd, we will go to the Central for pitchers. And look at this last one where we had East for pitchers. Fred Shoemaker does a little bit better with position players over pitchers, so we'll go, we got outfield. Let's go catcher on this one. All right, so trying not to get swept this Sunday afternoon, and we do not against the Phillies. 11-2 victory. Now to 9-6. Helsley out there going after a save against the Astros. We'll let that go. Helsley gets the job done against Houston in the first game. Big 9-0 win. Now in the 7th, we're going to let that one rock. Lars Nootbaar pulls a groin today. He'll be out for a day or two. We'll keep him active. Another big win. 4 wins in a row. So we're on a little bit of a hot streak right here after sweeping Houston. I think we'll be okay with Nootbaar out of the lineup for a couple of games, but how about that? First place by a half of a game right now in the NL Central. And we start with the Mets down 6 or up 6-1 in the top of the 8th. Alec Burleson with a 10-game hitting streak on the line. Let's try to keep that going. 4-game win streak, looking to make it a 5-game win streak, and now Alec Burleson with a chance to get a 10-game hitting streak right here. He's facing Paul Blackburn in the top of the 8th of a 6-1 Cardinals lead as we take ball 1. 2-2 count now. That one inside. Circle change. May not get a chance right here with the 10-game hitting streak on the line. Top of the 8th. 3-2 count. Gave us one there. That one hit into right field. And it does get down off the glove. It is a double for Alec Burleson, and we'll keep the hitting streak alive. 9th double of the year for Burleson. And now 11-game hitting streak for Burleson. Solid contact on a 3-2 count. I thought he was going to get there, and I mean, he pretty much did, just couldn't get it in the glove over there in right field on that dive. So an 8-1 win for the Cardinals in this one over the Mets. So Lars Nootbaar, after that game, he will be right back into the lineup. 13-6, starting off very hot, a full game ahead of Cincinnati and Milwaukee right now. And now top of the 7th, 1 out. The Mets are up 2-0. We're going to go ahead and keep that going. The Cardinals come back, beat the Mets. All right, so Wilson Contreras has a chance to keep his 10-game hitting streak alive. We're going to jump in once again against the Mets as the Cardinals hitting right now is doing a great job. With Alec Burleson, we saw get to that 11-game hit streak. And now Wilson Contreras, we're going to try to do the same. That first one inside fastball. Got ourselves to a 3-2 count now again with Contreras. See if we can repeat. Oh, and that was nice. That was a good fastball. Definitely froze me. I thought that was going to keep gliding inside. And we miss it. So we are going to get one more chance against Griffin Canning. Top of the 9th, 2 gone. 3-1 lead. So the Mets have scored a run since. There's a fastball high from Canning. And the current 10-game hit streak trying to extend it to 11 for Contreras. Just a little late on that one. That was a good spot there. Pitch number 9 from Griffin Canning to Wilson Contreras in this AB. Ground ball to third, and Contreras is going to finish up with an 0-for-5 night. Tough night for Contreras. Doesn't get to extend his hitting streak. See, 3-1 with 2 outs. Go ahead and send to the end of that. Cardinals get another victory. 3-1 final score. All right, so back to the calendar. I'm planning on at least getting past this month, maybe a little bit further in this video. Zach Levinson at AA Springfield with a pulled back muscle. We'll keep him active. He'll be out for a few days, and back to scouting it will be for us. So we got 2 new pitching prospects discovered in the Central. And let's go, man, I can't remember. Let's go west, and we'll just keep everybody else on the same path since we didn't get any new prospects. Honestly, I don't think that I've really used the scouting system in the recent MLB The Show. So throw in the comments and let me know if that was dumb to keep them on the same scouting plan as last week. Lars Nootbaar spraining an elbow. We're going to keep him active again. That's the second injury. Rotundo is going to still be hurt. We'll throw him on the 10-day. The Mets get a victory, but we take the series 3-1. Now off to Atlanta. Down 2-1 in the top of the 8th against the Braves. Got Ivan Herrera. We're going to sim to the rest of that game. Braves get the victory 2-1. Couple losses in a row now. JoJo Romero on the hill. 4-2 score with 1 out. We're going to enter this game and try to keep that series winning streak alive at least. So it is Orlando Arcia versus JoJo Romero right here. Bases are loaded. Sinker outside for ball 1 to get this thing started. We do have a lead, 4-2 here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Would love a double play ball to get out of this thing. Left that up a little bit. We might be able to turn 2 though. We got him into the inning. And we keep the 2-run lead and get out of the bases loaded situation. That is a big double play. Better than the one we came into on Pittsburgh, just for the simple fact we get out. No runs allowed. And a great double play started by Wilson Contreras right there. So we will jump back in with former Cardinal Marcell Ozuna coming up to the plate. Kyle Leahy trying to get out of this bottom of the 8th now. Runners on first and second with just 1 out. And paints the bottom corner of the zone, does Leahy right there. That was perfect. Would love to see another double play ball, but that slider is right there as well. Let's see if we can get out of here with a strikeout of Marcell Ozuna. Get him to swing at a sweeper. That one left up. Trying to get this strikeout. Ground ball. It is into left field. Ciani with the throw home. Not going to be in time, and it's 4-3. Atlanta catching up to the Cardinals here in the 8th inning and threatening to tie this game. Michael Harris, the second, will come in as a pinch runner. Now a lefty up. We're going to look at the bullpen. And not much left in that bullpen. We're going to get John King warming up. This one goes Steven Matz here. We're going to run out and have a mound visit with Leahy. Energy is decent. Confidence is still up. He's thrown 11 pitches in this game so far. So we do have John King warming up in the bullpen, and he is just about ready. Which, with 1 gone, man, I don't know what the call is here. We are actually going to go back to this bullpen real quick and warm up Maton, although almost may make sense just to go King. Let's see what Leahy's got here against Matt Olson. And that one looked like a ball outside, but we get the call on it, 0-1. We will take it here. Double play ball would get us out of the inning. Slider down and in for ball 1. With the fastball away. Ground ball, and that is a big foul ball for us just because it gives us the opportunity to kind of throw something not as threatening. Try to get the out. We do. Big time strikeout of Matt Olson right there by Kyle Leahy. That is huge for us, and Austin Riley will come up to the plate. And Leahy work out of this inning. Sweeper on the outside corner gets the strikeout. 4-3. We will keep the lead heading into the 9th inning. So 2 gone and a runner at first right here. Ryan Helsley trying to pick up the save. Drake Baldwin, the number 9 hitter, in right now with a home run already this evening. The 1-1 to Baldwin. Up high, swung and a miss. 101 on the gun. We try to get him with the curveball in this 1-2. A little early, and that one went way outside. Right there, we're going to go back to the heater. 2-2 count. Runner at first. 1-run lead. Fly ball, Ciani in left field is going to be able to get there, and it's another win for the St. Louis Cardinals. It's been a solid month of April so far. All right, so the rubber game of the series, 2-1 lead for the Braves here in the top of the 8th. We're going to go ahead and sim. Braves win 3-2, so We do end up losing the series. Levinson is back. We'll auto-utilize him, and that was after back-to-back winning series. We finally drop one to Atlanta, down to 16-9. Lars Nootbaar is back. We'll auto-utilize him. And now a weekend against the Brewers before heading on the road to Cincinnati. So let's see what we can do with the Brewers, who are a game and a half out of first place at the moment. And game one, bottom of the seventh with 1 out. It's a 7-6 lead. And we are going to go ahead and try to keep this hitting streak alive with Alec Burleson, now to 17 games. So Alec Burleson 0 for 4. Strikeout, 3 flyouts so far. He's going to have success in a lefty-lefty matchup right here against Aaron Ashby in the bottom of the 7th. That was a good sinker right there. Thought that was something breaking outside. Make sure you hit that subscribe button for me if you are enjoying the Cardinals series, and hit the like button as well if you're enjoying the MLB The Show content. I'm going to keep rolling this stuff out. And now I wanted to get a little bit quicker pace of play, but you know, the first couple episodes getting that one right there, that was nice. I definitely thought it was a sinker inside. Going back, froze me. We're going to get one more chance though right here in a tie game in the bottom of the 9th. I have a chance to walk it off right here against Abner Uribe. First pitch. That thing is right there, and we are just a little early on it. 0-2 the count to Burleson. That one outside. Can it get across? No. Shortstop able to pick it up, and there's 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th in a tie game. I kind of figured we were going to get back into this game at some point, and we will jump back into this game. 8-8 game. Bottom of the 10th. And, man, that is hilarious. Okay, so this is the first time I've jumped into a game like this. Afterwards, Jordan Walker, a deep fly ball to center field, back, caught. But it is going to be good enough to be a sac fly, and we are going to walk off here in the bottom of the 10th. Shout out Jordan Walker getting that done. But, yeah, that's the first time I've jumped into a game after taking over for a single player. So I did not actually expect that. I thought we were going to be hitting Jordan Walker. But either way, we get a dugout view of Jordan Walker's walk-off sac fly getting a big win over the Milwaukee Brewers right here in the first game of this series on a Friday night in St. Louis. All right, so Saturday game, a 3-2 lead, top of the 9th. Everyone simmed it into this game, and the Cardinals beat the Brewers 4-3. Looks like Helsley blew the save, though. And we are going to jump into scouting one more time in this video. We got 1 new outfield prospect discovered, 2 new pitchers. Renee Boyd is getting some new prospects. So we're going to go infield and go central. And I think we're going to keep everybody else the same for right now. Okay, on to the Sunday game. Chris Roycroft on the mound with a 2-1 lead, 1 out. We'll send to the end of that game, get a 3-1 victory, and a sweep of the Milwaukee Brewers. So now with the Reds just 1 game out, we are on the road against Cincinnati. And the Milwaukee Brewers, after the sweep, 4.5 games out. And let's see how this goes in Cincy. 1-1, top of the 9th. Mason Wynn over at first. Ivan Herrera hitting. And the Cardinals, another big victory against Cincinnati. Another one. Finished it off with another win. And a sweep of the Reds right now. This team is hot at the moment. So let's finish out this homestand right here. A big loss there on a Friday night after, was that a 7-game winning streak? So a 7-game winning streak finally comes to an end at the hands of the New York Mets at home. Bases loaded 4-4 in the bottom of the 7th. Let's jump in and play this. So Brendan Donovan in a lefty-lefty matchup right here. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Tie game at 4. And pitch number 1 is in there. This team is insanely hot right now, though. Lost last night, of course, but after 7 straight victories. Fastball inside from Minter. The 1-1 to Brendan Donovan right here. A little outside. I think we're a little early on it. It's a good timing. Weak contact and a fly out to center field. It'll remain a tied game. So a 7-6 lead, top of the ninth with 2 outs and Juan Soto at third base. We're going to jump in with JoJo Romero. Curious to see. Looks like Helsley has already been in and out of the game. So JoJo Romero right here looking to shut it down and get the final out of this game right here. The 1-1 from Romero. It is a slider inside. Ground ball to Mason Wynn. Over to first. That's the ball game. The Cardinals have now won 8 of their last 9 here early in May. All right, we're going to continue going back to the scouting. We'll see if anybody else. We got one new prospect over here. Let's go. We're going to stay outfield. Let's go west. Infield. We did get one more discovered in the central. Let's keep that for the next one. Then catcher. Need to get more pitching is really my issue here. So let's edit this. 61 on pitchers. 79. 64. Okay, we got to go back to pitching. Over here. And we'll go infield over here. All right. Another week of scouting finalized. Start looking at some of our prospects here next week. I think go more heavy on the prospects. Won't have too much time until this draft in, I believe June is still when the MLB draft is. A loss on Sunday gives us a series loss against the Mets. Lost 19-3 against Pittsburgh. That's pretty tough. 10-3 win following that, and we will lose another series here to finish us off in this video here still towards the beginning of May. So I kind of want to check out how everybody's doing at the moment. We're going to look at the roster. We got a struggling AA pitcher in Inohan Panagua, 540 and with 540 ERA in 20 innings, while issuing 3 walks. Tink Hintz is struggling in AAA, issuing 10 free passes with a 7.78 ERA in 19 2/3. That's tough. Chase Davis tore it up in April, posting a 356 average and 87 at bats, driving in 21, solid. Jacob Bookberger, I don't know how you pronounce that. Raked in April, posting a 291 average and 79 at bats, drove in 13, that's solid. Ian Bedell, 174 ERA and 20 2/3, 17 strikeouts, solid. Michael McGreevy, good month of April, 232 ERA, 34 strikeouts for him. That's what we're looking at currently. So at the big league level right now, we got Sonny Gray with a 3.99 ERA, 4-3. Fetty doing a little bit better at 3.48. Steven Matz 4.32. Michaelis 3.64. Matthew Liberatore has done a very good job. 2.43 average. ERA, Palante at a 3.70 ERA. JoJo Romero has struggled. Phil Maton's been serviceable. Ryan Fernandez has struggled. Kyle Leahy, we did get to pitch with him in that one outing where he got out of a jam. Under 1 on the ERA. That's very solid. John King doing solid. Zach Thompson, 169 in AAA. Roycroft has not been it. Now, Graceffo has gotten called up, and I do like the idea of calling him up. 5.40 ERA is a little bit rough, but to send Roycroft down, because, I mean, he has not been good so far. So we are going to have our first little bit of a roster adjustment, and where's Graceffo? He's in Memphis, so let's bring Graceffo up. Let's look at his contract first. So 1 of 3 of his minor league options have been used. That's fine. We will move him up to the big league level and move Roycroft down to AAA. So we get a little bit of movement in this pitching staff, at least. Ivan Herrera, solid, 260 average, 2 home runs. Paez kind of struggling at the plate. Pozo, who has been brought up in real life, maybe opportunity for him to come up soon. He is hot right now. And at Double-A, 27 years old. I'm going to wait a couple more weeks before we bring Pozo up. Contreras, 261 average, 9 home runs so far this season. Lucan Baker has struggled mightily. And man, that makes me want to, I don't know, 3 catchers, excuse me, at the big league level? Pozo can play first base and left field. Okay, you know what? Scratch that. We are not going to wait. Pozo is not even part of the 40-man roster. So we do have 40-man roster is set. Who should we take off of this 40-man roster? Should have designated Roycroft for assignment, maybe. We're going to go Bailey Horn, 27-year-old, 52 overall relief pitcher, is playing in Springfield. He's going to be removed from the 40-man roster. He'll have to go through waivers. And we are going to put Pozo on our 40-man roster and move him up to the bigs. So we've got a couple of different guys now that can play first base. As I said, we've got Jordan Walker, who I made his backup first base just because, I don't know. I mean, I think that he may be very well suited for first base. 6'6", 250, and I mean, out there in the outfield, I mean, he's fine. He's serviceable, but maybe could help him out also and really find a role for him in this team and have first base locked up for a long time. Just 22 years of age, 278 average, 3 home runs, 15 ribbies so far this year, struck out 19 times, got a couple of stolen bases, has not been caught stealing. That's solid. On base percentage of 365, OPS 821. I mean, Jordan Walker is having the season that we wanted to see so far, and he's got 104 plate appearances, had 178 last year at the big league level. Came up at 20 years old. I did not realize he played 117 games in 2023, but he is finding his way, and hopefully that will be the case. So we might move him to first base completely within the next year or two. We'll see how things pan out in the outfield. So 250, I'm going to hold off. Ramon Mendoza, 24. He's hitting 183 at Memphis right now. We got 3 different guys at second base in Memphis. Keep going to third base. Arenado is starting to struggle a little bit. 8 home runs, though. The power numbers are there with just 19 last year. That's solid. Nolan Gorman, 8 home runs as well. 304 average. Mason Wynn, 270, 7 steals. He's got 4 home runs himself. Brendan Donovan hitting 385. Siani and Victor Scott, they're neither one here for their bat. Newt Barr hitting 238. He's had an injury-riddled season so far. Let's look at his contract. He'll have arbitration for a couple more years, so I don't know if I'm ready to move off of Newt Barr. Obviously a fan favorite, too. Would be hard to move Lars Newt Barr personally, but struggling with the injuries, I don't know. And then Burleson, a year younger. He's having a great season so far, hitting 309. Jordan Walker in the pipeline, as we'll see where he figures into this offense. I just don't know if we have enough like MLB level depth in the outfield. I think Siani and Scott are fine, but I don't know. I think they're rotational pieces. I think obviously we need some help in the outfield right now. So that could be a potential trading point, depending on what we would need to give up. And I don't know. There we go. View the trading block. Jose Altuve, 18.7. He is due. I don't know if that's the trade to make right there. Lawrence Butler is on the trade block. And Lawrence Butler is only 24 years of age and has an 8-year deal worth $8.5 a year. That might not be a bad deal right there, to go out and try to get Lawrence Butler and bring him over. What would it take is the question. So I might play around with that and think about that. to get a very solid outfielder, B potential, 81 overall already, 8.5 a year. I mean, that's going to even out over the next 8 years. I mean, that'll be solid. Not having to pay him a ton of money, especially if he develops into a high overall, which looks like it very well could be the case. He's in 239 with 4 home runs, 18 ribbies right now. Not bad. I think the pitching department, not sure if it leaves much to be desired right now. Bubic wouldn't be a bad deal if they're willing to give up on Bubic. $3 million. Has 1 more year of arbitration left. 27 years old. Wouldn't be bad. I don't know if the Royals are already punting this season. I saw that they were back a little bit in the standings. Don't know if I want to trade interdivision. But I do think Bubic, to get a lefty out of the bullpen, you'd have 2 solid lefties. I guess I don't know if we really need another one, but he would replace John King probably. Although Jojo Romero has struggled for us so far, but Bubic with a 1.02 ERA right now. I don't know what it's going to be like or what you're going to have to give up for him. A little bit less than Butler, but I don't know. We shall see. I mean, Ryan Helsley is a possible trade candidate, and that would get the job done for Bubic, although I don't know if I want to go straight up Bubic for Helsley like that. Let's see where that moves us with if we go Helsley for Butler. Might not be a bad move to go Helsley for Butler. Would give up about the same amount of salary, but at the same time, we are competing right now in the Central. So I think before we do any trades, I think I'm going to have to at least be in June, unless it's something maybe minor league that makes sense for us to help us develop a little bit. But either way, that is going to do it for this episode of the Cardinals franchise. I really appreciate you if you made it this far in the video. Smash that subscribe button. It is free, and I am trying to grow here on YouTube with this gaming channel. This is my second channel. I do a lot of film reviews and breakdowns over on my main channel, Papa Shrono's podcast as well. I've been doing mock drafts lately, depending on when this comes out, I guess, as I'm still editing the second episode. So trying to get these out a little bit more regularly, but you know, real life happens and all that good stuff. But if you want to see another one, make sure you hit that like button for me. Really helps out. And smash that subscribe button for me one more time. And we will see you in the next episode.